parent did something very, very smart that all parents should do, because sometimes a shayla happens and at that point you can't reach your Rav, or it's Yontif, it's Shabbos, it's Yom Kippur. So you have to know in advance what the rules are, right? Shabbos. You need a category. So there was a family, very, very smart. Reb Shmuel Kamenetsky Shlita, my Rosh Yeshiva, was in LA. They went online to him. They said, "Can we call you with Avi?" Now they knew that he wouldn't be available to ask every kasha. But here's what they said. They put down in 5 minutes, this is the story of our daughter. Is she begeder chayla sheyesh by sakana? He said, yes. Thank you. Now you can go to any Rav that you trust, and you could say, you don't have to discuss how we got here. I have a child who's begeder chayla sheyesh by sakana. Am I allowed to pick up the phone on Shabbos? Am I allowed to call her on Shabbos? Am I allowed to drive on Shabbos? And because to the regular people, a lot of people get confused. Chayla sheyesh by sakana, physically, they know the halacha. Emotionally, psychologically, psychiatrically, they get confused. How do you know that you need to call her? Maybe you do, maybe you don't. So he once you get chayla sheyesh by sakana as a psak from a gadol, any Rav knows the halacha of chayla sheyesh by, and even Suffolk chayla sheyesh by sakana is the same as chayla sheyesh by sakana. So we have problem over here that we have in group is not that we are makel on Shabbos, we're makel way too much on pikuach nefesh. It has to be part of like a Hatzalah training. Hatzalah knows the training. They know they're not allowed to even think in their mind for 1 second. It's not Shabbos now, it's Tuesday. And we have parents that they know that the kid was suicidal or is in a matzav of sakana, whatever, and they got the psak from the Rav, and they'll still push it off, and they'll try this. Now, of course, you listen to your Daas Torah. If you have to do it with a shinui, or if you have to do it this, that's fine. But know the category that you're in before the shaila comes up, so that way you're set. Another parent was from out of town, very chashav a litvisha Daas Torah, and right after the training, he was on the phone with me for 45 minutes. And they asked him, and he asked me, every shaila that they didn't even have yet. What if this? What if this? What if this? What if? And he paskined everything what to do in every situation that they could have dreamed of at that point. When things changed and they had more reality in other dreams, they called again. But you shouldn't be as frum yidden in the dark, thinking, oh, I don't know what to do. There's a father that son came home and he was TP trained. Son came home with a big dog. And the father's great. But you know what he said? I'm so sorry. I love you. I'll do anything for you. But I can't do this dog. The son said, Tati, me and the dog are one. You don't accept him, you don't accept me. We're talking about a chayla sheyesh by sakana. And he took his knapsack, he took the dog, and he left Erev Shabbos. As his mother's lighting the candles, crying, not knowing if she will ever see him again. Capable of the worst. Capable of jumping in front of a train. Literally, that was his matzav. And the father's calling him and calling him and calling him until he goes to daven, till 18 minutes. Comes home from shul. In shul, he asked his Rav a shayla. Comes home from shul, and he dials his son. And the son says, you called me on Shabbos? He said, yes. I asked the Rav. He said, you're more important right now. Your safety is the most important thing to me. Really, to Hashem. Okay? I'm so sorry what I said. Please come home with the dog. And he came home. He didn't answer the call before Shabbos. But when he saw that, you're calling me on Shabbos, that means you do like me. You are willing to sacrifice something for me. Now, what he didn't realize is it wasn't a sacrifice. He was doing Ratzon Hashem. You need to ask your Rabbanim beforehand, and you need to know what to do. We have some kids nebuch in facilities, suicidal, eating disorders, depressed, and with the psak from their Daas Torah, they're on the phone with them, FaceTiming them on Shabbos to keep them company, checking on them, call me if you need me. Ask your Rav. Doctors do it all the time. Beepers used to have and phones, and they don't even know when they get the call how much of an emergency it is. When Hatzalah goes many times on Shabbos, not even a Jew, or it could be just somebody needs a ride, or a Russian or a not from person needs a ride to the hospital. They use them they don't always know exactly what it is, or how many Hatzalah guys need to come for a problem. They send many. The same way, you have to be trained. If you're in a matziv that's out of regular and your child could be in danger, either a chayla sheyesh by sakana or a safek chayla sheyesh by sakana, know the halacha. Open up with your Rav, learn the sugya, make sure you don't make a mistake either way. It means don't break Shabbos for no reason, and don't break your kid for no reason. And know the halachas and make sure you don't get it wrong.